What is going on, Nuggets Nation NBA fans? My name is Tom Leuthner. Welcome back to Nuggets Today, presented by Fan Arch. We do have some topics to cover. The first topic being somebody I wanted the Denver Nuggets to maybe look at this offseason if they were able to afford him, which prior to the MPJ trade, they may not have been able to, but that is Lonnie Walker. Now, Lonnie Walker is most likely going to take a vet minimum from a team to be able to stay in the NBA, but he ended up going to Tel Aviv and did sign overseas again. He was playing overseas last year as well. He actually played in the NBA in 23-24, played 58 games for Brooklyn, averaged 9.7. But this past year, in the opportunity he was given, which wasn't much because obviously the 76ers were in a different situation when he got there rather than when he was getting ready to leave. He shot just under league average at 35% from three-point line. He averaged 12.4 points per game, 3 rebounds, 2.5 assists. He wasn't a bad player, and I think that Denver really could have used him as a little bit of wing depth. Now, like I said, he didn't play in many games. You go back and look, and in Philly, played 20 games, played 23.9 minutes. He shot it pretty efficiently, just under league average from three, which isn't terrible for a guy who isn't really known as a shooter, but more of an athletic guard / forward combo. He shot 42% from the field, took 10 and a half shots per game, and he was shooting almost 6.5 threes per game, which is the most he's ever shot in his career. So I liked what he was able to do. I think that he could have been a good fit for Denver on a late bench spot. Especially around a guy like Jokic. Now, you look at his defensive stats, and he wasn't doing much. He averaged half a steal per game, 0.3 blocks, so not much there on the defensive end. And I know Denver has their defensive players when it comes to a guy like Bruce Brown, when it comes to a guy like Christian Brown, even Tim Hardaway Jr., somebody I've been covering. So I would have liked Lonnie Walker on the Nuggets, but I know that it doesn't matter now. Maybe they go ahead and try to sign him from the EuroLeague, but he is officially committed to Tel Aviv, so he is out of the NBA again. Now, the Denver win total, the future bets have already come out for a couple teams. Obviously, free agency isn't fully over, and you have guys like Ben Simmons, Malcolm Brogdon, Al Horford, who are still on the board. Even though a lot of us know where they are going to go, they're still available. So the Denver Nuggets win total at this moment is at 53.5 games. Which they've only surpassed 4 times, or 1 time rather, in the last 4 years. Now, I think it's interesting because the sports books do think that this is the best Nuggets team that we have seen in a long time. Because, again, if they've only done it once in the last 4 years and they were able to stack up, get rid of MPJ, get a bunch of depth players, which is the one thing that they were actually missing, in my opinion, the projection is that they're going to win 54 games next year, which makes them a top-tier team, not only in the Western Conference, but in the entire NBA. And I think that is because of one guy, and we all know who that guy is. That is Nikola Jokic. Now, I went back and looked up everything that Jokic has done. Obviously, I've watched him, and it's truly amazing. But there's a reason I think they call this the Jokic era now. Everybody has their eras at this point. You go and you look, and there was the LeBron, there was the Curry, there was the Kobe, there was the Shaq, there was the Jordan, Magic, and Bird. But you look at what Jokic has been able to do, right? 3-time NBA MVP. He was a Finals MVP. He was an NBA champion. He's a 7-time All-Star from 19 to 25. He's a 5-time All-NBA first-team member, a 2-time All-NBA second-team member. He was an NBA All-Rookie team. If you look at his record-breaking stats, this is a guy who was the first NBA player to ever finish a season in the top 3 in points, rebounds, assists, and steals per game. Right, those numbers: 29.6 points per game, 12.7 rebounds per game, 10.2 assists per game, 1.8 steals. And you look at the rankings among the entire NBA at those times, the points per game, he was 3rd in the NBA. The rebounds per game, he was 3rd in the NBA. The assists per game, he was 2nd in the NBA. And the steals, he was 2nd in the NBA. He was the 3rd player in NBA history to average a triple-double for an entire season. He joined Westbrook and obviously Oscar Robertson. He had a career high in points, rebounds, steals, assists, and three-point percentage in 2024. And he's also the first ever center to average a triple-double in NBA history. Not only the 3rd player ever, the first ever center to do it. He has the NBA record for most triple-doubles in a season by a center. He has over 130 career triple-doubles as of 2025, surpassing Wilt for all centers. He's the first player in NBA history to post at least 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, 500 assists in a single season, which was 21-22. And he's the first player in NBA history to record 500 plus points, 200 plus rebounds, and 150 plus assists in a single postseason, which was 2023. He averaged 30.2 points per game, 14 rebounds per game, and 7.2 assists per game in the 2023 finals. So you look at what he was able to do, and that there's more achievements to that. There's more postseason achievements if you really go back and look at what his full resume is. And those numbers are just amazing. Again, like I covered, I believe, last episode, this is a guy who's in the conversation for maybe a top 10 center of all time. He is the number one center in triple-doubles all time. He is the third player in NBA history to put up a triple-double in an entire season. He led the NBA in points, or the first ever player to put up be top 5 in all 4 major categories outside of blocks. And he was almost leading the league in every stat category. He's top 5 in every stat category, but it was closer to the 1 spot than it was the 5 spot. So this guy is phenomenal. And in my opinion, it makes it so much better that he is a second-round pick rather than a guy who was projected to be a number 1 pick. He came out, was drafted during a Taco Bell commercial, and is currently dominating the league and making it known that this is his era, regardless of all the finals you want to say, because obviously the management, it's not his fault. It's more management's fault than anything. But this is a guy who came out and fully took over since he's been in the NBA and has been doing so since around 2018, 2019. Now, talking about Jokic, there are a couple guys on Denver that are eligible for extensions this offseason. One is obviously Christian Brown. The second guy is Nikola Jokic and Peyton Watson. And you also look at 2 of the guys who are on 1-year deals now, and that is Bruce and Tim Hardaway Jr. So I'm very interested to see what Denver's going to do. I know that Jokic declined his extension this past summer to look forward to next summer where he will get more years, more money. And I know we've covered it way earlier in the offseason. Christian Brown is expected to get around 25 to 30 mil per year, which is insanely impressive, but I'm not going to say he doesn't deserve it. I'm interested to see what they do with Watson's contract because I do think they want to keep Watson around. But who knows? Maybe they think that they found the answer in Peyton Watson and go after some more vets again next year if they're able to be successful this year. And I think that, again, if they're able to be successful, maybe they bring in Bruce Brown again, maybe they bring in Tim Hardaway Jr. again, or maybe they look towards players who can replace those 2 roles, whether that be another trade or a couple free agents next year that would sign for a 1-year contract and the minimum. But I guess we just wait and we shall see what is going to happen for the Denver Nuggets. But that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for continuing to check out this channel, and I will see you guys next episode. If you want me to cover anything, please leave it down below in the comments.